We gave Davy Crockett's Ranch a try and we'll give you our full review. Let's get started. Located a 15-minute drive from the parks, Davy Crockett's is one of, if not the cheapest value resort in Disneyland Paris. This expansive leisure park is situated in the great outdoors with tons of trees, tons of greenery, and if you've ever been to a centre parks, the resort has that kind of feel. This 3-store resort is different from others on Disney property. Instead of hotel rooms, the resort has around 600 cabins in a number of streets, ranging from near the resort facilities to a good trek away, up to probably 700 metres from the main reception. The theming here is Wild West and not dissimilar to the theming of Hotel Cheyenne. Looking at the map, you have the reception and all the communal areas, along with the pick-up and drop-off location for taxi and rideshare services, along with a number of streets with the self-catering cabins, ranging from only a few minutes walk away up to maybe a 10-minute walk. Before we go into the detail, let's do a quick recap on the perks of staying on Disney property, and this will be different to other videos as Davy Crockett's doesn't get all the perks for Disney Hotel. You get the big perk of Extra Magic Hour, which allows you to access both parks 1 hour before other guests each morning. Additionally, parking at the resort is free. And although there isn't free transport from Davy Crockett's to the theme parks, your booking here comes with free parking at the Disney theme parks. This is a really big perk because the resort isn't walkable. You can also take advantage of a dining plan if you want to benefit from the potential saving of prepaying for some of your meals ahead of time. Let's dive into what's at Davy Crockett's Ranch. And we'll start with a walk around. So we flew to Paris and didn't have a car, so instead we used the rideshare app which drops you off at the main hub of the resort. And from here you have all the communal buildings. Starting with reception on your right, where you can pick up your cabin key and get checked in, and there's also a key drop box outside, so when you leave you don't need to check out, just pop your key in the box and get on with your day. Within the village you have the Blue Springs heated indoor pool, indoor tennis courts, mini golf, various outdoor play areas. These were really expansive and great for younger guests to burn off some energy. A video game arcade, picnic areas, a small outdoor stage area, and a fire pit with relaxed seating which would be great in the evening. There's also a very well stocked shop, and alongside all your usual Disney merchandise, this shop sells hot drinks, fresh pastries and breads, a decent stock of groceries, meat, fruit, veg, frozen and fresh meals, non-alcoholic drinks, snacks and wines. This is perfect if you want to make full use of the kitchen that's included in your cabins without bringing all the food with you for your stay. A key thing to note is this resort doesn't have luggage store facilities, so if you're travelling by car you can store your stuff in your own vehicle, but if not then you'd need to store your luggage at the park or at the train station if you're planning on visiting the parks on the checkout day. Moving on, let's cover bars, and this resort has one bar called Crocketts Saloon. This serves some great unique cocktails, and these are some of the lowest priced cocktails and wines I've seen on all of Disney property. In addition, there's a fair selection of beers and soft drinks. One call out here is this does close at 10 PM, which is pretty early for the only bar nearby. And now dining, there's one buffet restaurant called Davy Crockett's Tavern, and this is open for dinner between 6 and 10 PM. This has your pretty standard Disney buffet selection and costs €35 for adults and €20 for children, which includes a soft drink. If you want breakfast, then you have a number of options. You can go to the shop and pick up some fresh pastries or make breakfast with the stuff you've brought with you. Or you can pre-purchase a grab-and-go breakfast bag, which includes things like baguettes, croissants, applesauce, cereal bars, Nutella jam and drinks. This isn't as cheap as buying it yourself from the shop, but you have the convenience of being able to collect these from kiosks at the end of each street of cabins. We opted for a stroll to the shops and picked up a pastry and enjoyed this with a fresh coffee in our cabin, which was a really relaxing way to start the day. Next up, let's talk cabins. All of the cabins are 2 bedroom and 2 bathrooms and accommodate up to 6 guests comfortably. Additionally, you get a good sized kitchenette with all your cutlery, crockery, glassware, coffee maker and so on, but there is no oven, only a hob. You get a lounge with a decent sized dining table, as well as an outdoor patio with seating, a barbecue and a car parking space right outside. At the time of recording, there are 3 cabin types. The Trapper Tribe cabin, this is your standard mobile home, but perfectly equipped for a long weekend or a long family stay. You have a Pioneer Tribe cabin. The bungalow itself is exactly the same. However, this will be much closer to the communal areas and the amenities such as the reception and pool. And finally, you have the Premium Tribe cabin. Again, same concept, identical cabin, but you'll have extra facilities such as a tea and coffee kit in your room, slippers and bathrobes, shower gels, shampoos, cleaning kits, complimentary bottles of water. These are the closest to the communal areas. All cabins have a general nature theme with a few touches, and space-wise, having 2 bedrooms and bathrooms is brilliant. So if you're travelling with friends and family, it's nice to have that extra space. All the cabins have Wi-Fi with a TV in the main lounge. There's also heating and air conditioning and a good number of European plug sockets throughout. Onto the downsides, these cabins are old and they're starting to show their age with some wear and tear. The beds were more like camp beds than the beds you find in a hotel, and whilst they're in cabins, I would expect a better quality of bed and one that doesn't squeak every time you move. The water pressure in the bathrooms was really good and towels were provided. In the smaller of the bathrooms, there was a really strong drain smell that was pretty off-putting. The bathroom was clean, so I don't know if it was that the bathrooms are connected to a septic tank or if it was just bad luck in our cabin. Luckily, there's a window that you can open to keep the fresh air in. I'm hoping this was just bad luck, but it was definitely off-putting. All of the cabins are in the process of being fully replaced, and whilst these will have the same layout, they're going to get a junior woodchuck theme. And given these cabins are nearing 30 years old now, the replacements I think are needed. The first of the new cabins will be available to book from summer 2025, and these will be nearer to the communal areas. We plan to do another video to review these in the future, and if that's something you want to see, hit that subscribe button. Our overall thoughts on Crocketts. We love the communal areas and the facilities. This is the only value resort that has a pool, along with plenty of outdoor and indoor activities. The shop is really well stocked, and if you're a family that wants to have a good balance between a chilled place to relax with the option to go to the parks a few times, this is a great place at a good price point. Additionally, having those 2 bedrooms, bathrooms and a lounge is brilliant. To get that on any other Disney property, you'd be looking at a suite and a second room, which would cost considerably more. Whilst we loved the facilities and found the cabins to be comfortable, as a party of 2 who don't drive to Paris, we personally prefer to spend that little bit extra and stay on site somewhere like Santa Fe or Cheyenne. With no complimentary transport to and from the parks from Davy Crockett's, it means relying on rideshare services, which, if you're staying for a few days without a car, can add up to more expensive than staying in a nearby hotel. If you've stayed here, let us know your thoughts. Did it meet your expectations? Did you enjoy it? And would you stay here again? And that's another video done. Thank you for watching, and if you like this content, please subscribe, like, and hit that notification button for more. This is Adam, and until next time, just keep swimming.